Percy and Spencer's Christmas Adventure. Christmas is not always the best time for the engines. The deep snow causes all sorts of problems. Oh, for goodness sake, my trucks are snowed in. And the extra work tires everybody out. Ugh, another journey already? Can't an engine get a break? But for Percy, Christmas is the most perfect time of the year. He doesn't mind a bit of snow, and the extra work doesn't bother him either. It was 2 days before Christmas, and Percy had been given the job of taking the last post train. Make sure you're back in time for the carols, Percy, Toby told him. Of course I will, Percy smiled. It won't be Christmas without them. Percy is a small engine with a small water tank. Whilst he can get further than Toby, he still needed to fill up on the way. My word, said his driver, this weather is getting colder. I won't be surprised if we get more snow. I hope it can hold until tonight, Percy said. I don't much fancy coming home in a blizzard, especially if we have to stop for water. The main line was clear of snow. Donald and Douglas were working hard. But on many of the branch lines, the snow was just too thick. So the Fat Controller made the decision to close them and asked for all his engines to return to the big station. Percy, meanwhile, had made it to the other railway, and as he was shunting away the vans, he noticed a large black truck that he had never seen before. He also saw a big silver streamlined engine who, regretfully, he had seen many times. Spencer, what is that truck? It's so big and strange looking. Oh, that, Percy, is what they use to clear the snow on the other railway. It's far more efficient than the little ploughs you lot push around. Our snow ploughs work perfectly fine, Percy snapped. Oh really? Spencer laughed. The only reason I'm here is because the branch line leading up to the summer house is completely snowed under, and none of you lot can clear it. Well, Donald and Douglas can't be everywhere. They have to keep the main line open and... Hang on. If you're not spending Christmas at the summer house, where are you going to be? Here, by the looks of things, Spencer sniffed. I'm not exactly a top priority, so I can't go home on the other railway, and, well, there's nothing for me on Sodor, so... But alone on Christmas, Percy gasped. Oh, it's not that bad. I do it most years. Even at the summer house, I don't have anyone to talk to. Percy suddenly felt sorry for Spencer, but Spencer didn't seem too bothered. A little while later, Percy was preparing to return to Tidmouth. He still had plenty of time before the carol concert, but he was eager to get going. It will take me a long time to get home, he said. I doubt you'll get home at all, Spencer sniffed. Percy ignored him and set off. But he didn't get far. The snow fell and drifted quickly. Without a snowplow, Percy found he could go no further. Bother. Back so soon? Spencer said. It's too deep, Percy moaned. I'd be buried alive. Well, at least you came to your senses. Admit it, Percy. You're grateful you're stuck here. At least you don't have to attend that miserable affair they call a carol service. I'll have you know it's a wonderful time, Percy snapped. Don't be jealous just because you don't get invited to any. That shut Spencer up. He watched Percy settle down in a siding and rolled his eyes. I guess he's company, he muttered. Curse those drifts, Percy said angrily. If I was bigger, maybe I'd have got through. The wind picked up and so did the falling snow. It was getting later and later. So I say, Percy, it's very cold for you to be outside. You should move over to the carriage shed. But to Spencer's surprise, there was no reply. Percy? Percy? Spencer peered through the falling snow to see the empty space where Percy had once stood. Where on earth has that silly engine got to? Spencer exclaimed. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Percy charged through the drifts. Don't worry, friends. I'm coming. I'm coming. But Percy was working harder than he normally would and was using a lot of water. He'll freeze, Spencer sniffed. And he'll block the line. And he's taken the snowplow away from someone who may actually need it. We must stop him. You're wanting to look for him in this? His driver exclaimed. Well, he can't have gone far, Spencer said. And as I said, we need to get the snowplow back. Got to keep going. Damn this snow. Spencer, we should turn back, his driver called. But he can't be that much further, and we need to get that snowplow back. Percy, you'll run out of water at this rate, his driver called. We can make it to the next station, I'm sure of it, Percy shivered. But his driver wasn't so sure, and took him onto a siding. Oh, we can't hang around here, we'll be late. I just want to see if this weather will clear up a bit, his driver said. We'll get going soon. But it didn't get any better. If anything, it got worse. Percy was beginning to wonder if his driver would ever let him go out again when... Percy! I found you. Spencer? What are you doing here? I don't understand. I'm here to retrieve a stolen object. Now what do you think you're doing, taking the plough like that? I'm sorry, Spencer, but I really wanted to go home for Christmas and... Ha! Well, you've done your best, but look, this weather is abysmal. Come back to the shed and... What? No way! I've not come this far just to give up. But the snowplow needs to get back. It could be required for an emergency or... Wait a minute. You came all this way just to get the snowplow back? Why, of course. I don't care about you or your silly little quest. How lovely, Percy snapped. But no, you're not getting this back. Not until I'm at Twidmouth. Oh, come on, Percy. You can't get through and Tidmouth is still miles away. Be realistic. You just don't care, do you? Percy said angrily. It doesn't matter whether I care or not. I'm being realistic here. You just don't seem to be bothered by the consequences of your actions. And fine, I don't think getting trapped in the snow is worth risking for some carols. Well, I do, Percy snapped. I care about the carols, I care about seeing my friends again. I care about getting back in time before the day is up. So fine, you go back, all sad and grumpy. But I'm going to carry on. Huh, fine, you go on. You won't last 5 minutes. I will, Percy said, because I have something to keep me going. Percy took a deep breath and set out again. He left Spencer on his own. Spencer was alone. The snow was pouring down and there was only so much his warm boiler could do to keep him toasty. He thought about what Percy said. That engine is actually willing to risk anything to see his friends. I don't think I have good enough friends to risk that for. Maybe that's why I don't understand. We ought to head home, his driver said. Luckily you've got an almost completely full tender of water. The water towers must be frozen over. Percy doesn't have a tender. He'll be out of water in no time. Then he'll be stuck. Alone. Like me. Oh dear. I wasn't going after the snowplow. I was going after Percy because it meant I wouldn't be alone for Christmas. But that was selfish of me. He wants to be with his friends, and why not? Driver, we have to go and help him.
Don't worry, Percy. I'm coming to help you.
No, I hope he's not hurt himself.
I can do it. I can do it. I have to do it.
You're dangerously low on water, Percy, and we aren't near the next station yet, his driver shouted. We need to stop. No, we have to keep going, Percy snapped. I won't miss the carols. I can't. But it was no use. Percy stopped, and he was not going to start again. I better find a signal box, said the driver. Maybe we can get you out tomorrow. If not, you might have to be here for a while. Oh, please, no, Percy shivered. Missing the carols was bad enough, but Christmas as well? I should have listened to Spencer, he said. He was right. I'm not strong enough. It was silly of me to even consider this. The light was fading. Percy couldn't see a thing, but he could hear the wind whirling around, blowing the falling snow this way and that. It was so strong. It almost sounded like a steam engine. A steam engine that was getting closer and closer. And then a new sound came. A whistle. That's not the wind, Percy said excitedly. It's Spencer. Percy, I got it all wrong, everything. I realise why you have to go, and I will do everything I can to get you there. But why? I don't want anyone else to feel how I do, especially when I have the chance to prevent it. So Spencer buffered up to Percy, and once more the two engines were off in the snow. At last they reached Knapford. All the engines were there already. They stopped at the water tower just outside. Go on, Percy. I need to fill up. You get to the carols, I'll be along shortly. Are you sure? Of course. I'll be right behind you. Okay, see you in a mo. Have fun, Percy. I'm here. Oh, Percy, we were so worried. How did you get through the snowstorm? Well, you won't believe it, but Spencer helped me, and in fact he should be coming right now. Really? I don't see him. No, he said he would come. He said he was right behind me. Oh, I don't think Spencer would want to be here. Gordon laughed. He doesn't even like us. I'm sure he's fine, Thomas smiled. Come on, enjoy the carols. And so he did, but the absence of Spencer just couldn't leave his mind. Found you? Yeah, Percy, what are you doing here? How did you find me? You took the snowplow. I figured you'd be able to get here. Yes, well, it is a very good snowplow. You didn't join us at the carols. Why? Look, Percy, it's just not me. I don't have friends. I come and go, I never stay in one place for too long. I don't make friends because I don't like saying goodbye. It's easier to leave when no one wants you there. So that's why you're so mean. Wow. Yes, and I'm also just superior to you all. Now run along. You need to get back to the sheds. You've got to spend Christmas with your friends. I'm not going anywhere, Spencer. You got me back to be with my friends, even when you just wanted to go back to the yard. I had a lovely evening with them. Now I want to spend time with my new friend. No one should be alone at Christmas. Not even big, stuck-up show-offs. Oh, that's quite harsh. It would be an honour to spend Christmas with you, Spencer. If you'll let me stay. Oh, go on then. But you must promise me you won't bring this up again. You have my word. Merry Christmas, Percy. Merry Christmas, Spencer.